Good morning. Social stratification. See, from the image, we can understand the society is stratified into different strata. The upper strata is occupied by the rulers. Then the lowermost strata is occupied by the poor people. So, how the people are stratified in the society, we can get the concept from this image. Introduction. Social stratification is an inherent character of all societies. It is historical as we find it in all societies, ancient and modern, and it is universal as it exists in simple or complex societies. The social differentiation on the basis of high or low is the historical heritage of all societies. These social strata and layers, divisions and subdivisions have over the time been accepted on the basis of sex and age, status and role, qualification and efficiency, life chances and economic political ascription and mobilization, ritual and ceremony, and numerous other bases. It is of varied nature. It is no less based on the considerations of superiority and inferiority, authority and subordination, profession and vocation. The definition of social stratification, Raymond W. Murray, according to him, social stratification is a horizontal division of society into higher and lower social units. According to Ogburn and Ninkoff, the process by which individuals and groups are ranked in a more or less enduring hierarchy of status known as stratification. Jinfer, social stratification is the division of society into permanent groups or categories linked with each other by the relationship of superiority and subordination. Some more definition. Separation of members of a society on the basis of certain characteristics. The division into categories, ranks or classes is called social stratification. For example, ancestry, race, age, physical appearance, gender, education and occupation. Meaning, by stratification we mean that arrangement of any social group or society by which positions are hierarchically divided. The positions are unequal with regard to power, property, evaluation, and psychic gratification. We add social because positions consist of socially defined statuses. Social stratification refers to a society's categorization of its people into groups based on socio-economic factors like wealth, income, race, education, ethnicity, gender, occupation, social status, etc. Characteristics. It is social. Stratification is social in the sense that it does not represent inequality which are biological based. It is true that factors such as strength, intelligence, age, sex can often serve as the basis on which status are distinguished, but such differences by themselves are not sufficient to explain why some statuses receive more power, property, and prestige than others. Biological traits do not determine social superiority and inferiority until they are socially recognized. For example, manager of an industry attains a dominant position not by physical strength nor by his age but by having socially defined traits. His education, training skills, experience, personality, character, etc. are found to be more important than his biological qualities. It is an ancient stratification system is very old. Stratification was present even in the small wandering bands. Age and sex were the same criteria of stratification. Difference between the rich and poor, powerful and humble, freemen and slaves was there is in almost all the ancient civilization. It is universal. Social stratification is universal. Difference between rich and poor, the haves and have-nots, is evident everywhere. Even in the non-literate society, stratification is very much present. It is in diverse forms. Social stratification has never been uniform in all societies. The Aryan society was divided into four Varnas: Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and the Sudras. The ancient Greek society into freemen and slaves. The ancient Chinese society into mandarins and merchants, farmer and soldiers. Class and estates seem to be the general forms of stratification found in the modern world. It is consequential. The stratification system has its own consequences. The most important, most desired, and often the scarcest things in human life are distributed unequally because of stratification. Conclusion: these social strata and layers, divisions and subdivisions have over the time have been accepted on the basis of sex and age, status and role, qualification and high efficiency, life chances and economic and political ascription and mobilization, ritual and ceremony, and on numerous other bases. It is of varied nature. It is no less based on the consideration of superiority and inferiority, authority and subordination, profession and vocation. Thank you.